Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss about humidity. What is humidity? Humidity is the amount of water vapor present in the air. If the water vapor present in the air is very high, then the air is of high humidity and its humidity will be lesser if the water vapor amount in the air is less. Water vapor can be added to the air by the method of evaporation, by transpiration. This way, water vapor can be added to it. Now, we are going to look at what will happen if we are going to move from equator to the poles. What is the impact on humidity? So, moving from equator to the poles, the moisture level in the air will decrease. And with more height, it means that if we are going to move from sea level to the very high altitudes, then the moisture level will also decrease. The next is there are various measurements of the humidity. First one among them is absolute humidity. Absolute humidity means that what is the amount of water vapor present in per unit volume of air. Amount of water vapor present in per unit volume of air. The next one is specific humidity. Specific humidity means grams of water vapor present in per unit kilograms of air. It is measured in kilograms while the absolute humidity is measured in volume terms. The next one is humidity capacity. Humidity capacity means that at a certain temperature, what is the maximum amount of water vapor air can contain. It's the maximum capacity of it. The next one is relative humidity. Relative humidity means that the percentage of the water vapor present in air. It is calculated by absolute humidity and divided by the humidity capacity. Means the percentile how much moisture the air is containing. This is how all the measurements are defined for calculating the humidity of air. And now the normal lapse rate. Normal lapse rate is normally used when we have non-rising air. If the air is non-rising, or we can also call the term normal lapse rate as environmental lapse rate. In case of non-rising air, the temperature decreases by 6.5 degrees Celsius per kilometer. But this is only for the non-rising air. In case the air is rising, adiabatically, means its volume is increasing when it is rising. Let's say we have a packet of air which is rising, but its volume will increase when it starts to rise. So due to that increase in volume, its temperature will decrease. And that's why after reaching some height, it will get to become saturated. The air which is dry at the surface, when it will start to rise, after rising at some height, it will become saturated. It means that now it can get condensed. It is ready to get condensed. So by the process of rising of air, adiabatically, the air becomes saturated to get condensed. And that's why clouds would form and rainfall would occur. And we know that by the process of rainfall. So if it is by the diabatic process, it means that the air is non-rising and the temperature change which we are seeing it because of conduction, convection or radiation. But if it is adiabatic, it means that the air is rising with change in volume, the temperature of the air is decreasing, and that's why after some time the rising air would become saturated, and later on we would be going to experience rainfall due to this. These two terms are known as dry adiabatic lapse rate and saturated adiabatic lapse rate. Dry adiabatic lapse rate would be used when the air is at the surface and it is dry. It cannot be condensed right now. But if we are using the term saturated adiabatic lapse rate, it means that air after rising up to a certain height, it is ready to get condensed, but is still the some air which is not condensed yet would still rise from that height to further some other heights. That is saturated adiabatic lapse rate. In most of the cases, dry adiabatic lapse rate is 10 degrees Celsius per kilometer. It is more than the normal lapse rate which we have seen, that is 6.5 degrees Celsius per kilometer. And the saturated adiabatic lapse rate, when the air becomes saturated already and still it is rising, then it will rise and the temperature would decrease by 5 degrees Celsius per kilometer. I hope you understand the topic well. Thank you for watching.